Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're diving into something pretty huge, even for us, AI and advertising.
Yeah, it's one of those things, it's everywhere you turn these days, but it feels like, we're just scratching the surface of what's possible.
Totally. And you know what? Instead of just talking about AI in some kind of you know, abstract sense, we're going super practical today.
I love it.
So put yourself in this picture. You're at the American Advertising Federation Summit down in the South Padre Island, right?
Okay, I can sit.
Sun is shining, the energy is buzzing, and this guy, Alex Garrido, who's this innovator behind something called Marketing Science Lab.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
He's breaking down how AI is literally changing the game in advertising.
There.
And not in some far off future, but right here, right now.
Yeah.
We're talking about tools you can use today, real world examples of this stuff in action, and even we're going to get into costs and budgets and all that practical stuff.
It's one thing to talk about it, but how do you actually use it?
Yeah,
That's the question, right?
exactly.
Mhm.
And, I think one of the things that really struck me about Garrido's work with Marketing Science Lab is how they use AI for content creation. But it's always, with a human touch. It's like this really cool partnership.
Right, it's not about AI replacing people, it's about AI helping people.
Exactly. It's like having an AI assistant, not an AI overlord.
100%.
So before we go too crazy here, let's do a quick, level set. Remember all those buzzwords we hear all the time, like
Hmm.
AI, machine learning, NLP,
Mhm.
computer vision, all that jazz.
Right.
Well, those aren't just buzzwords anymore.
Exact.
They're actually the engine driving this whole advertising revolution.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see how some of those things are kind of they play into each other. Like I'm thinking about personalization.
Okay, yeah. So no more blasting everyone with the
Mm.
same generic ad, right?
Mm.
AI is making things way more personalized.
Right. It's like imagine a customer, let's call her Sarah. She's super into sustainable fashion and all that. AI can actually analyze her online behavior, what she's doing on social media, even her past purchases. And then it can create these ads that are perfectly tailored to Sarah's interests, featuring those eco-friendly brands, sustainable practices, all that stuff she cares about.
So instead of Sarah just scrolling past another, generic clothing ad,
Mm.
she's actually seeing something that really speaks to her values, her interests.
Yeah, and it's not even just about what she's seeing, it's also about when she's seeing it and where. That's where AI targeting comes in.
Okay, so it's about being in the right place at the right time, but with AI precision.
Exactly. I like
Yeah.
it. Advertisers can actually use AI to figure out the exact moment when Sarah is most likely to actually, pay attention to a message about, let's say, a new line of organic cotton t-shirts or something.
Okay, now that's what I'm talking about. But let's be real for a second, right? This level of personalization, this isn't just for the big dogs with giant marketing budgets, is it?
No, not at all. And that's what's really exciting. There are tools out there, like Google AI ads, for example. It's totally free. Any business can use it to start tailoring their ads based on, real user data.
I love that. Accessible to everyone.
Exactly. And, if you are willing to spend a little bit, there's HubSpot Breeze, that's about $45 a month, or Unbound Smart Traffic, that's around $74 a month. They give you even more sophisticated targeting and personalization features. And then, of course, for the big players, you've got the whole suite, like Adobe Marketo Engage.
Right. So there's something for everyone.
Exactly. But the point is, it's not just about being fancy with AI, right? It's about actually connecting with your audience on a deeper level, getting them more engaged and ultimately seeing a real return on your investment.
Okay, so we're moving away from that old spray and pray method of advertising.
100%. It's about making every single interaction count. And that kind of precision, it leads to, one very important outcome, improved ROI.
Now we're talking. More bang for your buck.
Yeah.
But hold on a second. I've got to ask about this crystal ball thing. Predictive analytics. What is that?
Oh, yeah. This is where AI starts to feel a little bit like magic.
Okay.
So let's say our friend Sarah's been browsing for sustainable activewear. Predictive analytics can actually look at her past behavior and say, hey, based on what we know, Sarah's probably going to be interested in this. Maybe it's a new pair of running shoes made from recycled materials or a yoga mat made from natural rubber.
So instead of just waiting for Sarah to make a move, AI is already one step ahead, anticipating her needs, her desires.
Yeah, and tools like Shopify Magic, it's like, I think it's $29 a month. It can actually help businesses do this. Suggest products to customers based on, what they've looked at before, what they've bought before, even their location, like where they are right now.
Wow.
It's like having a personal shopper for everyone who visits your website or uses your app.
That's incredible. Okay, but we've got to talk about AI and content creation because this is a big one,
Oh,
right?
yes. This is the big one. People get a little.
People get nervous.
Yeah.
Like, is AI going to take over my job?
Right. It's understandable to be a little wary of AI, stepping on our creative toes. But what if instead of being afraid of it, we thought about AI as like this powerful creative partner?
Okay, I'm intrigued. How can AI actually make us more creative, not less creative?
So think of AI as like your tireless brainstorming buddy. Okay. It can come up with tons of ideas in a flash, analyze huge amounts of data to get inspiration, even write compelling ad copy.
No kidding.
Think about a tool like Canva Magic Design, for example.
Oh, I love Canva. I use it all the time. What can Magic Design do?
Oh man, it's a game changer. For like $15 a month per user, it can whip up stunning visuals, social media posts, presentations, you name it.
Wow.
And it does it so much faster than a human designer could.
Right.
Which means those human creatives, they're freed up to focus on the big picture stuff,
Okay.
strategy, storytelling, the things that really bring a brand to life.
So it's not about replacing human designers. It's about giving them superpowers.
Exactly. And if you're someone who needs to create a ton of content quickly, Canva's got you covered there too. They have this thing called Canva bulk creation. It's amazing. You need like dozens of social media posts, all tailored to different parts of your audience. Canva can handle it.
No kidding.
And for those on a tight budget, there's ChatGPT Market Maven. It's free, and it can help you come up with marketing copy, product descriptions, even analyze what your competitors are doing.
Okay, you've got my attention. What else is out there in this world of AI content creation?
There are tools for every step of the process. There's another free one, Poe Behavioral Marketing. It can give you really valuable insights into consumer psychology.
Yeah.
It helps you understand what makes your target audience tick.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
It's like having a secret weapon for understanding how people make decisions. What about taking that a step further, like using AI to actually personalize the customer's entire journey, not just like that initial interaction?
Right. Remember Marketing Science Lab? Well, Garrido's team, they're using AI to actually map out these personalized customer journeys. They identify all these touch points where a brand can connect with someone on a much deeper level,
Yeah. Yeah.
And it could be anything, sending a personalized email after a purchase, offering recommendations based on their browsing history, that kind of thing.
It's like AI is creating a roadmap for each customer,
Right. Yeah.
guiding them toward a more personalized experience.
Yeah. Exactly. And there are tools that can help businesses actually visualize and optimize these customer journeys. There's Tasked User Journey Map Generator. That's about $8 a month per user. And then there's ClickUp AI Company Brain. That one's around $7 a month per user. And those let you map out every step of the customer journey and really pinpoint those opportunities for personalization.
It's amazing how accessible some of this stuff is.
It is. And it's like Grado says with his Marketing Science Lab experiment, it's really about finding that balance, using AI to make things better, but not letting it take over completely. It's about humans and AI working together.
Right, not replacing us, just helping us do what we do even better.
Exactly.
Okay, speaking of AI and humans working together, what about programmatic advertising? I hear that term thrown around a lot, but I'll be honest, I don't totally get it.
Yeah, it sounds kind of complicated, but it's actually not that bad once you wrap your head around it. Basically, instead of you having to manually negotiate ad placements with, Google or Facebook or whoever, AI does all the heavy lifting for you.
Yep.
And it does it super fast. We're talking milliseconds here. So picture this. There's this auction happening, right? But it's happening in the blink of an eye. And instead of humans bidding against each other, it's algorithms. They're analyzing data about the audience, the context, your campaign goals, all that stuff, and then they're placing bids on ad space in real time.
It's like having a superpowered team of media buyers working 24/7 just for you.
Pretty much. And platforms like Meta Advantage Audience and Google Audience Signal, they're using AI to do exactly that. They're making sure that your ads are seen by the right people at the right time with the right message.
Okay, so more bang for your buck again. No more wasting money on ads that nobody sees or that reach the wrong people.
Precisely. It's all about efficiency and optimization.
I like it. Okay, but what about customer service? It seems like AI is popping up everywhere these days, even in our chat windows.
You're right. AI is changing the customer service game in a big way. And forget those old school clunky chatbots that used to drive us all crazy, the ones that could barely understand what you were asking.
Yeah, totally.
Well, those days are gone. Today's AI-powered chatbots are like having a whole team of super friendly, super efficient customer service reps available 24/7. It's like, yeah, they can answer questions, resolve issues, even make personalized recommendations. And you don't have to lift a finger.
Okay, I'm sold. But there are so many chatbots out there. How do you even know where to start?
That's fair. There really are a ton of options these days. It kind of depends on your budget and what you're looking for. Chatbase is a good one to check out. It's like $19 a month. Or there's Zapier Chatbot. They have a free plan, or you can pay $20 a month if you want more customization.
Okay.
And then if you need something even more robust, ManyChat is a popular choice. That one's around $15 a month.
Got it.
Or if you're on a tight budget or just starting out, BotPress has a free plan. You're limited to 2,000 messages per month, but it might be all you need.
That's good to know.
Yeah, and if you want something with a little more horsepower, you could look into BotSonic. That one's $16 a month. It does voice recognition and sentiment analysis, so it can tell not just what your customers are saying, but how they're feeling, which is pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Okay, so we've talked about the specific tools and platforms, but let's zoom out for a second. What are the big picture benefits of using AI in advertising? I mean, it sounds like it all comes down to efficiency, engagement, and that ROI we talked about earlier, right?
Exactly, you nailed it. So let's break it down a little. First up, efficiency and productivity. AI can automate all those little tasks that eat up your time, like data entry, ad placement, generating reports, even A/B testing.
Right, all the tedious stuff.
Exactly. And that frees you up to focus on the bigger picture, the more creative, strategic work that only humans can do.
So instead of getting bogged down in spreadsheets, marketers can spend more time coming up with those big ideas,
100%. And there's some really great tools out there that can help you do exactly that, like Zapier Zaps. Have you heard of those?
Yeah, I've heard good things.
They can be a game changer for automating your workflow. And they start at just $19 a month per user.
Not bad. What about other options?
Let's see. If you like visual workflow builders, Make.com is a good one. That's $9 a month.
Wow.
Or IFTTT, it's super simple to use. That's $12 a month.
Okay.
And then there's Zoho Flow. That one's great for automating tasks and connecting different apps. That's about $25 a month.
Awesome. So it really seems like AI can help us reclaim our time. Get rid of all those little tasks that suck the life out of us.
Totally. It's about working smarter, not harder.
Right. But what about the human element? How do we make sure that AI is actually enhancing the customer experience, not making things feel cold and impersonal, especially in a world that's becoming more and more digital? It really does feel like it's all about finding that balance, right? Like using AI to make things more efficient, but not losing that human touch that makes all the difference.
100%. And when it comes to customer experience, AI can actually help us create these really personalized, really delightful experiences at scale, Think about it. Imagine getting a tailored email after you buy something, and it's like they actually get you. Or having a chatbot that can answer your questions instantly any time of day or night. It's like having a personal concierge, but for everyone.
It's those little touches that make people feel seen and valued, right?
Absolutely. And AI gives us the power to do that in a way that wasn't even possible before. And it's not just about guesswork anymore. We're talking about data-driven decision-making. AI can look at massive amounts of information and find those hidden patterns, those insights that we might miss as humans.
So it's like having a team of data scientists working behind the scenes to help us make smarter decisions.
Exactly. And the best part is you don't have to be a data scientist yourself to take advantage of this stuff. There are tools out there like Google Gemini for Workspace. It's about $20 a month per user, and it can help you analyze data, create reports, even put together presentations, all with the help of AI.
That's amazing. What about for the Microsoft users out there?
Yeah, they've got Microsoft 365 Copilot, which is a great option. That one's about $30 a month per user. Or if you live and breathe Microsoft, Power Automate is built right in, and it's got some really powerful automation and data analysis capabilities.
So many choices. Any other resources marketers should have on their radar when it comes to AI and data?
Definitely check out the 2024 HubSpot State of Marketing Report. They always do a great job of breaking down the latest trends and best practices. And if you're short on time, they've got these brain download videos on YouTube that give you a really quick overview.
I'll have to check those out. Okay, last but not least, let's talk about the bottom line. How does all of this actually translate into cost savings and, more money in our pockets.
At the end of the day, AI is all about efficiency and optimization. It helps you streamline your operations, stop wasting money on ads that don't work, and get your message in front of the right people at the right time. So you're basically doing more with less, freeing up your budget and your time to focus on what really matters, like building relationships with your customers and growing your business.
It really does feel like a paradigm shift, doesn't it?
It totally does. But like any big shift, it comes with its own set of challenges, right?
Absolutely. We've talked about all the amazing things AI can do, but what about the potential downsides? What do marketers need to be wary of as they start using AI more and more?
Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest challenges is making sure that the data we're using to train these AI systems is actually fair and representative. Because if the data is biased, the AI is going to be biased, and that can lead to all sorts of problems?
Right. So it's not just about using AI, it's about using it responsibly.
Exactly. And then there's the whole integration hurdle. Like, not all AI tools play nicely with other systems.
Right.
So you might run into compatibility issues and have to find workarounds, which can be a pain.
It's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole sometimes.
Totally.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there's the skills gap. As AI gets more and more sophisticated, we need people who actually know how to use it effectively. So there's a real need for upskilling and reskilling in the marketing industry.
So where can marketers go to, level up their AI game?
There are tons of resources out there. If you're just starting out, Coursera has a great course called AI Essentials. It's a really good overview of the basics, and it's totally free. W3 Schools also has a free course on generative AI that's worth checking out.
Those are great for beginners. What about something a little more advanced?
If you're ready to dive deeper, Amazon Skill Builder has a huge library of courses and tutorials on AI and machine learning, and many of them are free. And then, Garrido, the guy we've been talking about,
Yeah.
his Marketing Science Lab website actually has a bunch of free resources on AI in marketing, including some interactive study guides.
Awesome. We'll be sure to include links to all those resources in the show notes. So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of AI and advertising, what's the one big takeaway you want our listeners to remember?
I think it goes back to that question that Garrido poses. As AI becomes more and more powerful, how do we make sure that it's enhancing our creativity and our humanity, not hindering it? It's about finding that synergy between human and artificial intelligence.
It's a question that goes way beyond marketing, don't you think?
Absolutely. And for anyone who wants to explore those bigger questions, Garrido recommends checking out books by Yuval Noah Harari and Kevin Roose. They both have some really interesting perspectives on the future of AI and what it means for humanity.
We'll add those to the reading list. And for our listeners, be sure to connect with Alex Garrido on LinkedIn. He's doing some really fascinating work. And check out his podcast and Substack while you're at it. Lots of great insights there.
It's an exciting time to be in marketing, that's for sure.
It really is. AI is changing the game right before our eyes. And it's up to us to use this technology responsibly and ethically to create more personalized, more engaging, and ultimately more human experiences. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone. We'll see you next time for another adventure into the world of ideas.